So good day everyone. Today we will be discussing about the life and works of Jose Rizal in chapter 7 that was all about Paris to Berlin during 1885 to 1887. But because it is a very long chapter, so it is composed of many paragraphs, so I did summarize all of those so that all of you will not be bored while watching this. And before I explain, I will first read the summarized paragraph, then explain. So let us begin. So the first summarized paragraph is Paris to Berlin. So I will read first. Between 1885 and 1887, Jose Rizal embarked on a significant journey from Paris to Berlin, primarily to specialize in ophthalmology with the aim of curing his mother's eye ailment. This period was also crucial for his intellectual development, allowing him to further his studies in sciences and languages, observe European socio-political conditions, associate with renowned scholars, and work towards publishing his first novel, Noli Me Tangere. Okay, sabotable naman kayo mga higala, no? So in the first paragraph, it talks about Jose Rizal's primary reason why he goes to Paris, from Paris to Berlin, just because he wants to improve his skills in ophthalmology. So Dr. Jose Rizal wants to become an ophthalmologist, not just about to improve his skills, to achieve his dreams, but the main reason is very important. He wants to cure his mother's eye ailment. That's why he wants to be an ophthalmologist. And the very important also, the reason why he traveled from other country to another country is for intellectual development, which turns into the improvement of his intellectual in sciences and different languages. So naobserbaran niya pinagian ng iyahang pag biyahe-biyahe or pag-travel sa mga laing lugar, mas ma-improve pagyud ang iyahang intellectual capabilities, including the sciences and different languages. That's why Dr. Jose Rizal knows about, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, mga more than 22 or less languages ang iyang nakatunan. And the reason also was to why he traveled from other country to another country was to study primarily in the European countries, was to discover their socio-political ilahang mga adlaw-adlaw nga gipamuhat ba, like for example their manner, how they treat other people or foreign men's, women's. So mo po na iya ang reason nganong ni travel siya. And also he also nakasalamuhan niya mga nagkakaiba-ibang mga scholars at nag-udyok iyon para simulan ang kanyang unang nobela na pinamagatang Noli Me Tangere. So monay sa unang nga paragraph. So kung wa mo'y nasabtan, i-PM ra or i-comment ra ni nga video. Salamat. So the next paragraph is Paris 1885 to 1886. So I will read first the summarized paragraph. Rizal arrived in Paris in November 1885, where he spent approximately 4 months. He worked as an assistant to Dr. Louis D. Wickert, a leading French ophthalmologist, significantly improving his knowledge in the field. Behind these medical studies, Rizal engaged with the Filipino community, visiting friends like the Pardo de Taveras family and artist Juan Luna. He even posed as a model for Luna's famous paintings, The Death of Cleopatra and The Blood Compact. Rizal, despite admitting no natural aptitude for music, also practiced the flute and composed songs like Alinmang Lahi. Okay, nakasabot ra ba mo ato? Paminaw na ako, marugwala mangguro. Unya, pasabton ta mo. So, in the second paragraph, it was all about Rizal almost 5 months spending in Paris to be worked as assistant by Dr. So, atong basahon kung kinsa to kay nalimot ta. By Dr. Louis D. Weckert, a leading French ophthalmologist. So, kato siya, usa to siya ka nga doctor, ophthalmologist. So, ophthalmologist, a doctor in, sa mata na siya, ophthalmologist, so optal. So, dito, nagtrabaho si Dr. Rizal as a assistant for him to improve his knowledge in ophthalmologist. So, he spent approximately 4 months, so almost 5 months na. So, akong gingon 5 months. So, munang he spent approximately 4 months in Paris to work as a assistant by Dr. Louis D. Weckert. So ako balik-balik no, mao naman po to. While working as a assistant by Dr. Louis, Jose Rizal also met some Filipinos there. So dili ra man pud di ay siya mo'y nakaunang nakaadto ng lugar ha. So naapoy mga Filipinos nga naapo didto. So, na sila ni friends like ni Pardo de Taveras family and artist Juan Luna. So, kani mga bigati ning tawo dayong mga kuan-pod skilled kay mga artist man. So, those persons are Jose Rizal's friend in Philippines. So, he visited pagkatahuman nila og trabaho, then he visited. And one of the Juan Luna's artists or art are the Death of Cleopatra and The Blood Compact. And Jose Rizal posts it excuse me. And Dr. Jose Rizal also likes to play some musical instruments, although dili siya kay ko kabalo mo kanta, pero naningkamot gyapon siya nga makakaton. So ang una niyang nakatunan kayang flute, dayon he also composed songs like, so tumasawon, Alinmang Lahi. So kung nanargo na no, so kung ganahan kang makaton sa usa ka butang, imo go ng paningkamutan haron makakaton ka o magamit ra pud nimo pohon. So mo na siya sa ikaduha nga paragraph. And let us proceed to the third paragraph. Historic Heidelberg during 1886. On February 1, 1886, Rizal left Paris for Germany, arriving in Heidelberg on February 3. He continued his ophthalmology training under Dr. Otto Becker at the University Eye Hospital. During his stay, he became popular among German students due to his chess skills and friendly demeanor. Fascinated by blooming flowers along the Neckar River, he penned the renowned poem A las Flores de Heidelberg on April 22, 1886. He spent a 3-month summer vacation in Wilhelmsfield, staying with Protestant pastor Dr. Karl Olmir, who became a close friend. It was from this period, on July 31, 1886, that Rizal wrote his first letter in German to Professor Ferdinand Blumentritt, initiating a lifelong friendship. So, in the third part of the chapter, so it was all about traveling to another country. Meaning, Jose Rizal from Berlin, he traveled to Germany on February 1, 1886 to continue his training in ophthalmology with other doctor. So, si Dr. Otto Becker. So, but pasabot, si Dr. Jose Rizal ni travel ra from Berlin to Germany So dili ta pamilyar ana kung unsa nakahilayuan na, pero ang dedication ni Dr. Jose Rizal nga mo pursue ana nga trabaho kay kusgan gud kaayo. So during his stays in German, Dr. Jose Rizal also, so katoday nga doktor naa siya sa Osaka University, mao ang University Eye Hospital. So kana siya para ragud na siya sa mga mata, mga eye ailment ba. And during his stay, so sa iyang pagpondo dito sa Germany, so kumbaga mura siya college siya nga naay mga gaboard rapod nga mga students. So dito po siya nagstay. So while staying there, he met a lot of German students nga na friend rapod niyan sa kadugayan kay ngano si Dr. Jose Rizal kay naapoy skills in playing chess. In maunay rason nganong nagkadagan ng iyang mga amiga ug amigo dito, ug usapod ang iya insakto nga pamatasan, friendly, very hospitable, ay ang pagka usa ka Pilipino, respetado. So dito nakuha pod sa mga German students nga maayo gani siya nga companion. So while staying also in German, so kitang mga Pilipino kung makaadto gud sa usa ka lugar, usapod sa atong mga rason kay anang mga pagkaon, no? Ug ang pinaka-importante gyud nganong moan ata nang lugar kay ang pinaka tsada nga view. So Dr. Jose Rizal in a Neckar River, so dol-dol ra po ni siya sa university nga iyang gistayan. So didto nakakita siya og mga bulak nga kay during summer manguno siya, so nagkahulog-hulog, so nanglagas ang mga dahon. Then munay nagtulod niya nga makahimo og his re-owned poem entitled Alas Flores de Heidelberg. So bot po sa bot Flores there is a toa flowers. So muna siya ang usapod sa rason ang pagstay ni Dr. Jose Rizal dito sa Germany. So after that, Dr. Jose Rizal also stayed for 3 months in Wilhelmsfeld, staying at least 3 months vacation, and he met also and become his close friend, and that was Protestant pastor Dr. Karl Olmier. So kani si Dr. Jose Rizal friendly good kayo ni siya, no? So kada siya moadto sa lain-lain nga lugar, nago siya makasalubong nga tawo nga kalaunan mahimo ra gyapon niya nga close friend. So inana ka friendly ang mga Pinoy. So while staying also in German, Dr. Jose Rizal, so in the first explanation I did before in the first paragraph, so sa iyang pagstay sa usa ka lugar, sa usa ka country, dili gyud malikayan nga dili niya i-discover, i-learn ang usa ka language ana nga country. So at this time, Dr. Jose Rizal write a letter in German language to his professor nga si Ferdinand Blumentritt, and it leads a lifelong friendship. So inana ka bright, ka utukan, ka friendly, ka respetado si Dr. Jose Rizal. So mauna ang sa third part. So kung naipangutan na, i-comment ra kay ato ng tubagon. So the next one is in Leipzig and Dresden, 1886. Rizal left Heidelberg on August 9, 1886, arriving in Leipzig on August 14. He found the cost of living in Leipzig to be affordable, allowing him to stay for about 2.5 months. Here, he translated Friedrich Schiller's William Tell from German into Tagalog, and also translated Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales for his nephews and nieces. He befriended German scholars like Professor Friedrich Ratzel and Dr. Hans Meyer, and worked as a proofreader in publishing firm. On October 29, 1886, he departed from Leipzig to Dresden, where he met Dr. Adolf B. Meyer, director of the Anthropological and Ethnological Museum. So in this part, Dr. Rizal, from Heidelberg, he transferred them the other city of Germany, which is the Leipzig. So dito, he discovered that the cost of living there was very affordable. So kaya ra kayo sa iyang budget. So motoy rason nga nung nipondo siya og pila ka bulan. Unya dito he met some professors that will really help him in improving his intellectual development, and he met Friedrich Schillers. So naa siya nahimo nga kuan si tawagan ni so muna siya William Tell. So Dr. Rizal iyahaning gitranslate from German to Tagalog, and also translated Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales for his nephews and nieces. So dito nakasalamuhan ni Dr. Rizal ang mga nagkalahan nga professors ug naabot yung mga nahimo nga kuan, mga fairy tales or mga stories nga para sa ilang mga pag-umangkon dito gi-translate ni Dr. Rizal para for discovery po na niya para nako iyang rason nga nung i-translate for discovery unsa may pasabot ana nga mga kuan, mga works, mga literary works. And he befriended German scholars like Professor Friedrich Ratzel and Dr. Hans Meyer and worked as a proofreader in publishing firm. So dito nakasalabuha siya kuan mga nagkalailan nga professor, and nakauna-una po si Dr. Rizal nga pinaagian nila mas makakuha pa ko mga additional knowledge, mga learnings, mga skills, mga advices. So dito ni stayed good si Dr. Rizal. So inana siya ka kuan creative. So iya good gigamit yang una nga kani ako pagstay diri dili ra ni ingon nga paglaag-laag paglingaw-lingaw kundi may dakong rason, which is to improve and develop his intelligence and discover their socio-political status. So ilang mga pamaagi sa pagpuyo. Dayon on October 29, 1886, he departed Leipzig for Dresden, where he met Dr. Adolf B. Meyer, director of the Anthropological and Ethnological Museum. So dito from Leipzig to Dresden, another city of the Germany. So minakon ako mga city na ni siya. So di mo puta makaingon nga barangay, no? So where he met Dr. Adolf B. Meyer. So kani siya napon ni siya iyahang kuan another profession or fields nga iyahang nastatihan. And in this way, Dr. Rizal will also discovered and get some additional knowledge from this professor. So director of the Anthropological and Ethnological Museum. So more on kung siya anthropology, ethnologist ana. So in this way makakaton gyud og maayo si Dr. Rizal. So maura na ang sa third part. So kung naamoy mga pangutana idugang i-comment ra. So the next one is Berlin 1886 to 1887. So Rizal reached Berlin on the evening of November 1, 1886. He was drawn to Berlin's scientific atmosphere and the absence of racial prejudice. In Berlin, he met and befriended several prominent German scientists, including Dr. Fyodor Jagor, Dr. Rudolf Virchow, and Dr. Karl Ernst Schwinger, in whose clinic he worked. He became a member of the Anthropological, Ethnological, and Geographical Societies of Berlin, even presenting a scholarly paper titled Tagalish Verkons, Tagalog Metrical Art. So, base sa inyo mga nandungog, si Dr. Rizal reached Berlin on the evening of November 1, 1886. Dayon, he was drawn to Berlin Scientific. So, in this place na po, nakasalamuhan na po siya nagkalain-lain nga mga scientists. So, atong credits. So, he met and befriended several prominent German scientists, including Dr. Fyodor Jagor, Dr. Rudolf Virchow, and Dr. Karl Ernst Schwinger, in his clinic he worked. So he became a member of the Anthropological. So Dr. Rizal became a member of Anthropological, Ethnological, Geographical Societies in Berlin, and even presenting a scholarly paper titled Tagalish Verkons, or in Tagalog, Metrical Art. So tungod ato nga mga scientists, so Dr. Rizal became part of their society and also lead a good benefit for Dr. Rizal. So he made a scholarly paper, so that was in Tagalog, Metrical Art, and also it was additional knowledge for him. So na siya yung mga nakatunan pa nga kuan, dili lamang language, dili lamang mga socio-political, mga lifestyle dito. And sa iyang pakisasalamuha, so he also befriended by the other scientists. So mga bigatin na siya, like dili siya mga normal people nga kuan ba. So mga dinaggo na siya sa mga scientists. So pinaagyan nila. So nakakataon pag yun maayo si Dr. Rizal, not just kuan inato nga akong ipang-mention, but all about this, the geographical, ethnological, and anthropological. So maora na ang but pasabot din na. So kung nakamoy kadugang ra, ayaw kaulaw. So the last part is despite these intellectual pursuits, Rizal faced his darkest winter in Berlin in 1896 due to financial difficulties leading to poverty, malnutrition, and deteriorating health. Nevertheless, he continued his studies, took French lessons, and observed German customs, expressing his admiration for German women's diligence and education in a letter to his sister Trinidad. It was during this challenging period that he was able to publish his groundbreaking novel, Nolime Tangere. So, despite of intellectual pursuit of Dr. Rizal, so sa iyang pagkakataon dito, dili pod malikayan nga makasinati siya og darkest winter, which involves malnutrition, poverty, lack of money para makabayad sa iyang landlord for his pagpuyuan ng boarding house. Dayong iya pong napasagdaan ang iyahang health. Dayon financial difficulties, mato lack of money. So bisan pa man inato, iya ragya pong i-continue ang iyahang rason nga makakaton sa mga French lessons, so mga French lessons, German lessons, mga German customs, ilahang lifestyle. Pero usa siya nakapadayon nato, iyahang pasalamatan pod ang iyahang igsuon. So sa Tornina, so one of his sister nga nay usa ka butang nga gihatag para niya, which is a diamond ring nga makadungog taron. So medyo mahal gyud siya, no. So ato siya mo toy gihimo ni Dr. Jose Rizal nga makakwarta siya. So iyang gi prenda sa pawn shop. Unya di naman pod gihapon di naman pod gihapon makaigo. But also his older brother pa siya, no, tried to help, but unfortunately wala niya natabangi kay malagi nalugi po sila sa ilang farming. So sa ilang pag-harvest dito og mga tong mga sugarcane, mais ug uban pa. So wala gyapon nahimo ang iyang igsuon nga si Pasiano, one of his older brother, and he also considered him as his second father. And he also observed, so kato bisan pa man nakagi sa ato, iya ra gyapon gipadayon ang iyang pagkakaton, pag-obserbara sa mga pamaagi kinabuhi nga pamaagi sa ilang pagkinabuhi dito, expressing admiration for German women's diligence and education in a letter to his sister Trinidad. So it was during this challenging period that he was able to publish his groundbreaking novel No Limitang Here. So bisan pa man nato yung manaig nagiyan, di pa dayon nagyapon siya. So the presence of resilience, dedication, hard work nga naa niya. So pinaagi ato mas na-encourage pagod siya nga mupadayon para makabot niya ang pangandoy. Wala niya damha na one of his bigatin nga novel ang No Limitang Here. So maora to siya sa last part og naputay summary ato tanan. Summary and conclusion. So during his stay in Paris and Germany, Rizal depended his knowledge in ophthalmology while also engaging with the vibrant scientific community. Despite facing personal hardships, he remained committed to his intellectual pursuits and began laying the groundwork for his future role as a leading figure in the Philippine nationalist movement. And that's all for Chapter 7, the Paris to Berlin 1885 to 1887. So if you have any questions or clarifications and additional statements or components nga makadugang ato, so don't hesitate to comment or even send me a private message para po ma-entertain ta mo o ato idugang diri sa video ang inyo mga additional nga thoughts. So that's all for today, and God bless and thank you very much.